Welcome everybody. I'm Coach Sebastian here. I'm going to be instructing a lower body / core durability class. So this class is going to specifically cater to those who feel some sort of lower back pain, stiffness, tightness, especially after long hours of sitting on a computer all day. You feel that stiffness after a long work day. So this is gonna help kind of reset and undo all that harm that the sitting is doing, okay? So we're really gonna work on doing some stretches, but not only stretches, doing some movements that's gonna help facilitate our core. What I mean by core is not just our abs, but the whole entire center of our body. So this includes core, lower back, and hips, all right? So here we go. We're gonna get started on the floor here. I have a few sets of equipment. So I just have a mat where I can lay it down on. I have a towel and a yoga block. If you don't have a yoga block, don't worry about it. There's other things you can use. And I just have weights, which is optional. This is just gonna help make the workouts a little bit more intense. So if you feel like you're up for it, you can go ahead and add some weight to some of the movements and I'll show you how, okay? So let's just start with some movement preparation here. We're gonna get on the floor and we're gonna take our knees, we're gonna bend them down, back nice and straight. We're gonna lift one leg up, ankle resting on the knee, and we're just gonna drop that foot down to the ground. Keeping that back nice and straight. Should feel a nice spiral stretch in the lower back. And then we're gonna unwind and reset. Let's do that for a few times. So just left and back. Keeping that back nice and straight. Nice breath in and exhale back. And two more. And last one, we're just gonna hold that position for a few seconds now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back, and then switch sides, switch legs. Take that ankle rested on the knee. We're gonna push that knee away from us and repeat, same thing. And back, let's do that 4 more times. Nice and shallow breathing, nothing crazy. And let's go one more time, and we're gonna hold that position for a little bit. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back up. And let's bring the knees together. We're gonna roll over to our side. We're gonna get on our knee. And we're gonna do a little bit of thoracic rotation here. I'm on one knee. We're gonna take our arms nice and forward, and we're just gonna glide our hands across our body. Reach back, open up the chest, take a nice breath in, and exhale, reach forward. Now let's go to the other side, glide, inhale, wind back, and exhale, reach forward. And let's do that a few more times. Go at your own pace. Good. Don't forget the breathing. Very important here. And just be mindful of where your lower back is. You want to make sure it's nice and straight, not too extended, not too rounded, but rib cage stacked on top of that pelvis. And let's do one more, and then we'll switch knees. Good, so let's switch knees here. We're gonna do the same thing. And glide, reach out, exhale, back in. A few more times. Good, one more each side. Very good. Let's take our hands. We're gonna stay on both knees. We're gonna put our hands down and we're gonna get in this quadruped position. We're gonna do a little bit of yoga posing here. And we're gonna go with our cat-cow pose. So we're gonna start by pushing our ribs away, using your hands, rounding that back, rounding that neck too. We're rounding that whole spine. We're gonna stay in this position for a little bit. Take a nice breath in and exhale. Push away a little bit further, good. And let's start to do the opposite. So let's arch the back, make it nice and concave. Let's look up a little bit. You might feel the mid-back tighten up a little bit. Take a nice breath in and exhale. Good, let's go again, rounding back. Let's get into that cat pose. Inhale and exhale, push away. And let's go opposite, cow pose. Inhale, push away. Good, and let's get back into neutral here. I'm gonna stick out one leg. I'm gonna point it nice and straight. And we're just gonna rock the hip back, sink that hip into that heel, and forward, good. And let's just go back and forth. Nice and gentle breathing, keeping that back nice and straight. And let's do one more. Good, and let's switch sides. I'm gonna give you a front view right here. Rock back and forward, keeping that back nice and straight. Inhale back, exhale forward, and let's do one more. Good, and relax, all right. A little bit warmed up here, so we're gonna start with our main movement. So for this one, I'm gonna use a yoga block, but if you don't have a yoga block, you can go ahead and roll up a towel, and we're gonna use that to put in between our knees. So the first exercise, we're gonna get on the ground. The block or towel is gonna go between our knees, and the purpose here is we're gonna slightly squeeze that block while we're doing the movement. The reason why is the squeezing is going to help activate our adductors, so the muscles in the inside of our thighs. It's going to help stabilize the hip and kind of keep our hips stable to help support the lower back and core, okay? So we're going to activate some of the muscles here while we're doing some of the core movements. So make sure you're squeezing it nice and tight. We're going to kind of just keep our back nice and flat on the floor. I have my hands on my side here. What we're gonna do is just lift the knees up, feet off the ground, and control it nice and down. And rest the feet on the floor. So I'm gonna do a few times, up, pull in, down, and pull in, and down, all right? So we're gonna be engaging the core here, kind of like doing reverse sit-ups, with a little bit of squeezing with the block or towel here, okay? So we're gonna do this for about 60 seconds. We're gonna start in 3, 2, 1, and go. Make sure that lower back is nice and flat throughout the whole movement. We don't wanna lift that lower back down because then we'll lose that tension on the core. We're gonna inhale, exhale, tuck that knee in, and nice and controlled, all right? I'm not dropping my feet down quickly. I'm controlling down, and I'm squeezing this block the whole time. Good, let's keep going. We got 30 more seconds. Good, keep squeezing that block. Nice exhale as you bring the knee in. And 10 more seconds. Three, two, one, and drop down. Let's stay in this position right here. Let's continue squeezing this block. What we're gonna do is a little glute bridge here. So squeezing the block, back nice and flat. We're gonna lift that hip off the floor, butt off the floor, and back down. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. 60 seconds, lift up, squeeze those glutes, push off the ground, and down. Let's continue squeezing that block. Good, and give it a nice hold for about 2 to 3 seconds up top. Good, keep going. Inhale, exhale, thrust. Shoulders, hip, knees all aligned. And 30 more seconds. Good. You feel those muscles in the hip activate a little bit. The glutes, the inner thighs from the squeezing. Core a little bit from the exhale. And 15 more seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Let's flip over. We're gonna do one more movement on the ground. We got the quadruped position, and here we're gonna keep our back nice and straight. We're going to a little bit of stability here. So bird dogs, I'm gonna take one arm, right leg off, and the goal here is to not extend too much. You want a nice straight pattern. So arms straight, rib cage, pelvis straight, legs straight, and we're gonna do that 60 seconds, 3, 2, 1, and go. Let's keep that back nice and straight. Make pretend you have a bowl of hot soup on that lower back, and you don't wanna tip it over. Because 1, we're gonna lose all that protein, and 2, it's gonna spill all over you. You're gonna burn yourself. Good. Hold that position for about 3 seconds, each position. Make sure you keep breathing. And 30 more seconds. So try to lift that leg a little bit higher, activate the glute. And 10 more seconds. Four, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Let's get on our feet here. For this one, we're gonna do a little bit of strengthening of the legs here, but we're gonna go with minimal movement. So if you have some weight, go ahead and challenge yourself, add some weight to this movement. I recommend 2 sets of weights, 1 set of weights, so you can hold it on each hand. I'm just gonna demonstrate with 1. I'm gonna keep it right here above my chest, but we're gonna get into a split stance here, and we're gonna just drop the knees down. This leg right here in the back, like you're proposing. This leg forward, but we're not sinking too low. Just a little bend here. We're gonna hold 30 seconds, okay? So keep that weight nice and tight, core tight. We're gonna go 30 seconds each leg. So after this leg, we're gonna switch. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and sink down, hold, all right? Keep that core engaged, rib cage on top of the pelvis, right? So pelvis not back, pelvis not forward, both on one another. And let's hold. Should feel a little burning in the quad right here. That's good, that's what we want. And just keep breathing. And 10 more seconds, and then we'll switch sides. 4, 3, 2, 1. switch. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and squat down just a little bit. Hold. Notice my knee is not bending too much. That's what we want. Just a slight bend. That back leg, I'm on my toes here, but I'm feeling all that burning on the front of my leg. And 20 more seconds. Good, keep breathing, keep breathing. 10 more seconds. And 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Let's drop that weight. Let's just shake it off here. All right, nice work. We're gonna cool ourselves down. So the main focus of that, just bring some stability into our hips. Activate the muscles that support the hip and lower back. Hopefully it relieves some tension in that lower back by activating the core, quads, glutes, inner thighs, all right? So we're gonna cool down now. We're gonna do some simple stretches here. I'm gonna open up my legs, standing nice and tall, arms up, reach up. Take a nice breath in, and exhale, fold down, dropping the hips. Should feel a nice stretch in that back of the thigh and the lower back here. And then we're just gonna rock side to side, loosening up the tension in each side of the hip and the lower back. Just hang out here a few more times. And let's slowly wind up here. Let's slowly get back up so we don't get lightheaded. And let's get down on the ground here. We're gonna finish on the ground. Let's get in a quadruped position. I'm gonna open up my knees a little bit wider than shoulder width. And then I'm just gonna sink my hips back. As the hips go back, arms crawl forward, my chest drops. Dropping that chest down. And we're gonna really just hang out in this position for about 30 seconds. Focus on the breathing here. And push your hands away. Really feel a stretch running across the rib cage, a little bit in the lower back. Try to sink your hips deep into those heels. And a few more seconds. Three, 2, 1, and come forward. And let's take one leg. We're gonna bring it in front of us. We're gonna just twist it inwards a little bit. Back leg straight. And I'm gonna just rest on my forearms here. You can rest on your forearms, dropping that chest. And we're gonna really stretch that outer hip, so the glutes, a little bit in the lower back here, and just hang out, calm breathing, nothing crazy, but you should feel a real good stretch down there. And we're gonna hold it for a few more seconds, and then we'll switch sides, so 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and let's lift ourselves up with our hands. We're gonna slowly bring this leg back and switch legs. Drop those elbows down, chest down, hips as well. And really hang out here. And 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Let's just sit down here. All right, great job, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this class, and I brought you a little bit more awareness in the muscles around the core. That's gonna help support that lower back, so it relieves some of that tension down there, and the lower back isn't activated the whole time. The body becomes a little bit more aware of the muscles that help support yourself, and it's going to keep your core nice and activated throughout the day, okay? So thank you. Again, I'm Coach Sebastian, and I hope to see you next time.